Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel 2. We're now with Rean safe in Ymir, for now. He goes round and talks, meeting the townsfolk that he left behind all that time ago to go to Trista school. Falls Military Academy, those were the days. Will Rean find his friends? We'll find out by exploring, because we've come down past our Mishy thing. We've spoken to Elise and Celine last of all. Let's start going around town and trying to pick up shovels and stuff. Hey there, Alf. Oh, Rean, you're awake. You doing okay? Like, are you sure you shouldn't be getting more rest? Don't worry, I'm feeling just fine. You look like you're working hard. Are you helping out at the shop today, too? Haha, yeah, it's the least I can do. Can't grow up to be a real man if I can't do my part once in a while. That's what Master Yun told me anyway. These olden thoughts. And he's right. I'm going to work as hard as I can so I can grow up to be a real man. Kiki always gives me this weird look when I say that to her, though. I see they haven't changed a bit. Real man. Define. Oh, I can't read any of these. Actually, they're reversed, aren't they? So that says white, but it looks like every... So is that in Japanese, but then reversed? I'm interested. I was wondering what fiction they have here. Nope, never mind. It's still the same fiction. Well, who's going to die first? It's always the thing we want to know. Oh, hello there. You won't believe who's been coming in here lately. Well, maybe you will, but none other than Princess Alphin herself. She's a sweet little thing. The way she looks at you, the smile. I wish I could just hug her and squeeze her and never let her go. Well, they don't call her one of the country's greatest treasures for nothing, I guess. I certainly don't you worry. We'll keep her safe as can be. She really seems to be making herself at home here. That's good to know. Do we need to, like, have a cuteness competition? We're bringing Tita from abroad. So do you actually sell stuff? Miss Alphin seems to have a lot of free time lately, so she sometimes comes in to look at all our products. It always makes me so happy when she does. I wonder if I'll get to see her again today. What do you sell here? A puppy watch. A small watch with a puppy on it. Part of a set. Do I have to buy that, knowing now what I know from Trails of Cold Steel? If you know what I mean. Oh, the Imperial Chronicle issue 1 we want to get. And we're selling Gambler Jack. Now we're wondering if I need to buy things like that, especially when they say part of a set. Because, of course, we got Zemurian ore shards, the end of Trails of Cold Steel 1, from doing that, or we probably would have, but I didn't buy all the things. So now, we're going to have to keep an eye out and always buy the things. But I don't really have the money to buy the things, is the other problem. Oh, what? Wait, 7 Master's gone up to 20 Mirror? I thought it was 10. I just earned way more money than I thought. And yeah, I thought Gambler Jack was illegal in Erebonia. Maybe it's not in Ymir. Well, it is got some nice stats on it, to be fair. Prevents delay as well. Part of a set. There's nothing actually better than that. I may regret. What actual attachments do we have on you at the moment, Rean? Oh, proxy puppet. We'll change that off. Have a puppy watch. He's old, but he still walks around with a puppy watch. Hey, I'm glad you came over. You've been the talk of the town ever since you came back. I'm just sorry I had to come back home under these circumstances. Sounds like everyone was pretty worried about me. How's the shop been? I can't imagine it's been all that easy running it with the war going on. You got that right. Getting goods in has been a real nightmare lately. I'm getting enough in for everyone in the village, though, so don't you worry. You got me right in the middle of taking stock, actually. Have you got any shopping to do? Can you come back later? Sorry. Oh, of course. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. I appreciate that. What, I can't buy anything yet? Taking stock always reminds me just how much weird stuff we got here thanks to the wife. I see nothing's changed in that regard. Yeah, she's still easily caught up in the latest trends. I don't mind so much when it's stuff we can actually sell. There's plenty here that no sane person would ever buy. Oh well, better get this stuff sorted in my next order plan. We can only order once a week now. Can't miss the chance. Okay. So we can't buy weapons as of yet. I like how Rean's profile is still that. Even though, of course, you know, we're not in those clothes anymore. I feel that if anything, at this point in time, if I remember how to read it properly, that this time around the Imperial Chronicle might be an incredibly interesting read for us. Breaking. Martial law in Heimdall lifted. The Vermilion capital of Heimdall has been in a state of chaos since the late Chancellor's address, but that appears to be coming to a close due in full to the tireless efforts of the Noble Alliance. The Alliance has officially announced its hasty defeat over the rebels lurking within the city's bounds, as well as declared that the elements in the former Imperial army who plotted the rebellion have been all but stamped out. As a result, martial law on the city is finally being lifted, with Noble Alliance Supreme Commander Duke Cayenne, haven't actually clicked onto it yet, confidently stating the capital's safety is now assured. That one of the pillars of the Empire's security would start a rebellion to begin with has been a shock to the nation as a whole, and a heavy sense of dread grows among the citizens. The situation is not without its positives, however, as the Alliance forces have valiantly sworn to continue safeguarding the city. Upon reaching out for comment, they claim their actions were merely a part of one's duty. One can only hope that placing our trust in these brave men and women will mark a turning point in returning peace to our great nation. Propaganda is very strong here. What are the rebels? It is certain that the rebels responsible for organising the uprising had far more allies than is currently known, and the Noble Alliance is working day and night to both find and apprehend all those who had any involvement with this unconscionable act of treason. Oh, unconscionable? Is that a word? Obviously it's a word, I can't pronounce it, what the hell? Can you do unconscious? That's fine. Unconscionable. Is that really how that sounds? It doesn't sound right. Anyway, I'm messing up reading the paper here. Act of treason. It is also suspected the recent assassination of former Chancellor Gideon Osborne may be in the work of the rebels as well. A reliable source told us, while our investigation is still underway, we believe there is far more to all of this than initially anticipated. As it stands, a number of the Army's armoured divisions are continuing to act in a manner truly unfit for citizens of the Empire, frequently instigating conflict against Alliance forces stationed across the country. The same thoughts are no doubt running through the minds of every Erebonian citizen. What would possibly inspire such clear acts of betrayal towards His Majesty? At what point will the guilty parties come forward and surrender? We of the Imperial Chronicle say, only time will tell. Society. The Imperial family rests. In light of recent events, the Imperial family is expected to remain inside Valflame Palace in comfort. The Imperial Household Agency has reassured the public that this move is only for security reasons, but those close to the family have expressed concerns, speculating the true reason to be that they may be deeply distressed by the current chaotic state of the nation. At least one member of the Noble Alliance has reached out to us to further clarify the Imperial family's position, relaying His Majesty's instructions to do what must be done for the sake of the Empire. As of this publication, the only member of the Imperial family unaccounted for is His Highness, Prince Oliver. Fearing for his safety, the Noble Alliance has assured it is leaving no stone unturned in its efforts to locate him. I bet they're not. Reports, Soldats unveiled. The new weapons being developed to ensure the safety of the Vermilion capital, now known as Panzer Soldats, were formally unveiled in a private press event. Standing at 7 Arc Tour, the manned behemoths were immediately met with an overwhelmingly positive reception, being welcomed both as symbols of strength and as a perfect weapon for keeping Erebonia's people protected. Some referred to the Soldats as Knights of Justice, and indeed the memory of them fighting battle after battle to prevent the rebels' uprising is still fresh in our minds. The Noble Alliance is planning to station them throughout the Empire to aid in the fight against enemy forces. Breaking! Kreuzern Province almost fully under control. The Kreuzern Province may be the first to fully eradicate all rebellious elements if a recent announcement is any indication. While some battles are still ongoing within the province's borders, their end seems to only be a matter of time. A source connected to the forces confided that he hopes His Majesty will be proud of our work, further expressing how his men were wholly dedicated to the elimination of the rebels in the region. Regrettably, a large number of villages and towns have been caught up in the conflict, giving us one more reason to pray this war comes to an end as soon as possible. Notice, information on wanted persons needed. A large number of persons believed to have some connections to the rebellion are wanted, including members of the Railway Military Police, officers in other parts of the Imperial Army, politicians in the former Reformist faction, and even a small number of students. For the good of our nation's dignity, citizens with any information at all that could lead to their capture urged to come forward and inform a member of the Noble Alliance forces or their local provincial army as soon as possible. Something tells me the Imperial Chronicle in this game is going to be a lot more interesting and a lot more spicy, not just telling us of the events that just recently passed. They might still do that, but a propagandized version. See, I'm inventing my own words now. This is very interesting. I'm very interested to read more paper. Rean, you're up. Hey Luke, sorry for worrying you, but as you can see, I'm perfectly fine now. You sure? You always say you're fine, even when you're not. I can go and ask Lisa for some medicine if you need it. Well, I guess I do feel a little dizzy. That's probably more from sleeping too much, though. I mean, I slept inside the Divine Knight for a whole month and all. Talk about getting your beauty sleep. I've been hearing about the Divine Knight since she came back. It still blows my mind that it actually exists. Whatever. The point is, take it easy, okay? Elise isn't the only one happy to see you back home. Thanks. It means a lot to me. Okay, Getting a job here so that I could work close to home was all well and good in theory, but I never realised just how important this job is. Think about it, this cable car is what connects Ymir to the rest of the country. And now I've got to think about how the Noble Alliance forces could be patrolling down at the base of the mountain too. We're using as little as possible so they don't catch on that Her Highness is here. It's stressful to say the least. I can imagine. So the Noble Alliance forces reach extend this far north now. I hope the others are alright. It's pretty obvious you still don't have your energy back, Rean. Just focus on getting back to your old self for now, okay? Yeah, you're right. Thanks. The in-game reasons for my level being low. Oh, don't want to look off there. Actually, wait a second. This balcony actually juts out into the middle of nothingness. I'm going back this way. This is the cable car station that connects Ymir with the bottom of the mountain. I don't need to use it now. Makes me nauseous thinking about it. I'm okay with heights as long as I'm not, like, supported by something I don't know how well it's built above the heights. I think that's the usual time to get a bit about it. Feels like it's been ages since I last used my snowboard out there. No reason to whip out my board and go down the mountain now, though. Snowboarding? Oh, okay, it's not that actual much of a fall by the look of it. It's a little bit better on its wheels, on its feet. I don't know what to call it. Right, well, let's go in here. Work our way around places. Oh my, if it isn't Rean, I didn't know you were up and about. You're not hurt or anything, are you? Come here, sweetie. Let me get a better look at you. I'm alright, honestly. Father Bernard already looked at me and he said I'm fine. Oh, really? Well, I suppose if he says so. You and Luke always used to come home covered in bruises after playing out in the snow. Can't be too careful. Nothing dangerous has happened since you left, at least. I guess living in a remote mountain village has its advantages. Then again, there's been no shortage of surprises. First Her Highness comes to stay, and now we have that talking cat. Sometimes it feels like the war has nothing to do with us. With everything that's happened and you getting involved, it suddenly feels a lot more personal. Maybe you're right. Although I can't help but feel that things would have been more peaceful if I hadn't come back. Oh, and Rean, don't you think Elise has grown into a lovely young lady now? Yes. I mean, she seems a lot more of an adult these days, doesn't she? I guess. She has gotten a lot taller, cheekier too. She's also at that age where she might start finding herself interested in boys, if you know what I mean. Oh, I know, and I've got no intention of letting anyone who doesn't meet with my approval near her. I really do feel sorry for her. What? Why? I really don't get what goes through your head sometimes, Masha. I don't know why you're in chat, you're going, why are they shipping Elise with Rean? Or like, why are they shipping Elisa with Rean? Or what? They're shipping everyone with Rean. Aren't they? I never thought if it's just one. I just think Rean's one of them male fantasy people. Ah, Master Rean! I'm overjoyed to see that you are well. I think he's a protagonist in the JRPG, basically. You don't have any lingering symptoms, do you? Headaches? Fevers? I'm fine, honestly. If anything, I feel like I want to be out and about after sleeping for so long. Is that so? I'm pleased to hear that. Still, make sure you're eating well enough to regain your strength. Lucky, the full harvest has been excellent this year. We'll be sure to deliver plenty more of the mountain's blessings to the mansion for you to enjoy. Thank you. I can't wait. I may not be a servant in the mansion anymore, but I still wish to do what I can to serve you and your family. You know, the full harvest was very plentiful this year. I'll be sure to bring some to the mansion later for you to enjoy. Well, thank you very much. That's using my sprint button, because I think we've covered all the houses that don't have an event in them at this point. And now we've just got all the ones with events in them. Let's go in the tavern then. What's it called? Valley's Echo. I'm cleaning up the place. Grandpa asked me to. Morning, Kiki. Everything's still the same in the tavern? Yep, sure is. Moritz tried to give up drinking. He didn't even last a week. He's a failure of a man. I'm glad to see she's doing well, but her tongue's sure gotten sharper, and it was sharp enough before. I guess there is one thing different. We've got a weird noble lady staying here now. She went out fishing earlier. I don't know how she can be laid back enough to fish in the middle of a war. Oh, a noble lady? That likes to fish? No clue who that is. Well, hey there. If it ain't Rean. Glad to have you back home. You're better now. Yeah, I'm fine now. I must have been just exhausted. I take it everything's fine with you too. I see your habit of spending the day drinking is still intact at least. Haha, I'm just having a few drinks to celebrate your return home, that's all. Besides, not a lot of work for a woodcutter, like me to do in the middle of winter. I'm always here if you need me to make you anything though. Might not be as good a carpenter as Gizmo, but I'm close. Thanks. I'll let you know if I ever need anything. Owlclaw, thank you for gifting us up there to Phoenix. Thank you very much. Most of the country's been taken over by the Alliance now. Pretty much isolated from the world below us. Maybe it's for the better we are, though. It sure makes it easier to shelter you and Her Highness here. We've even got Toval helping out, too. So you just take this chance to get some rest. It's the best place to do it. Speaking of Toval...
If you've come to thank me for saving your butt again, save it. I'm just glad I made it in time. Princess Alphen and that sister of yours are the ones you should be talking to. You were on their minds this whole time.
Yeah, I can tell. I really do appreciate you coming for me, though. I was pretty far out from town, so I didn't think anyone would find me. Just goes to show what bracers can do, I guess.
About that. I wasn't actually the one who found you.
You weren't?
2 days ago, I got a call out of nowhere on my Arcus. They gave me this crazy amount of detail on exactly where to find you, then they just hung up. Didn't even say who they were. I figured it couldn't hurt to go take a look, and sure enough, there you were.
That's strange. I wonder who it was.
Wish I could tell you. I couldn't even recognize their voice. Nah, that's not really true. It was kind of familiar. Maybe. Whatever. No use dwelling on it. Right now, we've got bigger problems to tackle than mystery callers. There's the war, for starters.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Have you and the rest of the guild been doing much?
Well, we've been trying. We're pretty limited on what we can do, partly because we've all been split up since the war broke out. I don't even know if any of the others in Erebonia are okay, Sarah included.
It sounds like things have gotten even more serious since I was away.
Sure has. Not even regular civilians have been able to escape being affected by it. As it stands, the Noble Alliance has the overwhelming advantage, but the Imperial Army's showing no signs of surrendering to them, particularly in a few regions across the country.
I see.
Oh, and another thing you might hear. We've been getting reports of a few Jaeger Corps taking part in the war too, even members of Ouroboros.
Ouroboros? That secret society?
That's the one. Jaegers being employed here in Erebonia is nothing new, but there's way more of them here these days. As for Ouroboros, they're probably just trying to stir up trouble of their own. It's what they do best. Then there's the fact that Erebonia isn't the only place with problems right now. Crossbell's full of them too. There's so much to freak out about these days, it could drive you insane. Sorry, you've got enough on your plate without me dumping all this on you, huh? Try saving all those bad thoughts you got piling up for another day, okay? You need to focus on relaxing. You can decide what you want to do after that.
Sure. Thanks, Toval. You're probably right. You're just a fountain of good advice, huh?
I've just got a few years worth of life experience on you, that's all. Oh, and while I'm giving you good advice, why not take a dip in the hot springs? Could be a nice way to clear your head.
It probably would. Hasn't let me down before. Maybe I should pay a visit to the Phoenix Wings later.
It's a nice name for a hot spring. I just like they get brush it. It's like, oh yeah, I got a mysterious call that told me exactly where you were, where to find you and everything. The voice sounded kind of familiar. I couldn't really tell who it was though, so it's not, a normal source. Whatever. That's like the most suspicious thing ever. You don't just drop that. So I messed up, okay? I know there's a lot on your mind, but there's nothing you can do about any of it right now. If you want my advice, I'd say go take a dip in the hot springs over the Phoenix Wings. Now that's relaxing. I'll speak to the bar owner then. You're finally up, Rean. Good to see. Between going missing for a month and ending up on the Alliance's wanted list, you had us worried, young man. I'm sorry about that. I feel awful. Nah, don't be. We're just glad you're alright. Here, take a couple of these from me. You can enjoy them with Elise later. Fluffy pancakes. Thank you. Feels like it's been forever since I last had the chance to enjoy your cooking. You may not look the type, but I'm always amazed by how well he makes his stuff. I remember when he used to give Elise and me sweet things all the time after we came home from Sunday school. Good times. I mean, cooking-wise... I'm confused now. Where's that? Give me my cooking book. I'd like some food, sure. But I want more stuff than that. I should be able to make my own. My beautiful dishes. You just forget things when there's so many things going on, do you? I don't agree with brushing it aside like that. I'm like, no sir. No way would I brush things aside. There's no way you'd see me doing that. No one's in here to talk to extra. I lost a lot on that fool. A hell of a lot. More than I'd expect. There's a side building to Ymir Chapel over here. Okay. I speak to Alphen.
She's praying so intently. Thinking about it, she must be even more distressed right now than I am.
Why, hello, Rean! You're looking rather well today. Much better than you were yesterday, at any rate.
I feel loads better, actually. Thanks. How about you? Are you managing all right here? I'm guessing life in a tiny village like this is harder than you're used to. If there's anything I can do to make things easier for you, though, don't hesitate to let me know.
Oh, not at all. I've been simply loving my stay here. The scenery is stunning. The hot springs are oh so soothing. To say nothing of your mother's spectacular cooking. I'm having the time of my life here. I almost envy Elise for growing up in such a wonderful place.
I'm happy to hear you say that. Still.
On top of all that, I was able to reunite with you here. Oh, and meet a mysterious talking cat, too. Not everyone gets to do that now, do they? I still haven't had the pleasure of meeting that Ashen Knight of yours, however. Perhaps I might have the chance once he wakes up? I suppose I can dream.
Well...
That was a negative reaction, wasn't it?
I realize I'm the last person who has any right to say this, but there's no need to force yourself to bottle everything up and put on a brave face. I know how worried I am about my classmates, so I can only imagine how you must feel.
I'm so sorry. I'm supposed to be royalty. I shouldn't be getting all worked up about something like this, but just thinking of what my family must be going through is just too much to bear. Cedric and we had a fight on the morning it all happened. I was planning to make up with him that evening, but
I'm sure he won't hold that against you. You'll be able to make up with him next time you see him. I'm sure that'll be sooner than you think, too. But in the meantime, there's no need to force yourself to seem like being apart from them isn't bothering you. Royalty or not, no one would blame you for being worried or upset. And every single one of us here wants to do what we can to help you.
Thank you. I'm fine now. I hope I don't sound ungrateful, but I think you should be spending more time with Elise rather than me. This is your first chance in a while to spend some quality time together. I'd hate to take that away from her.
Why? I mean, it's true that she's a little more dependent on me than you'd expect for a girl her age. But that doesn't mean she needs me hovering around her all the time. Then again, she did seem more shaken up than usual. Maybe you're right. I should try and cheer her up while I still can.
That's not exactly what I meant. Oh, this is so difficult on a fair maiden's heart, I hope you know. You're just making me wish you were my brother all the more.
Why?
It's okay to fall in love if you're my brother, but it's not okay to fall in love if you're not my brother. What? What's this now? Also, her reaction when she was touched it looked like shock and not the good kind, but of course it was leading into what was meant to be an emotional scene. I don't think it quite conveyed that to me, however. I was kind of like, oh, I've creeped her out. I have to say though, I'm really glad I had the opportunity to visit Ymir. Oliver came here himself some time ago, and ever since then I've wanted to see it for myself. Not to mention the fact that it's given us a chance to really get to know one another without any pretensions. It's the first I'd heard of Prince Oliver coming here. Well, I guess it makes sense, knowing that the Phoenix Wings was built as a gift from the Imperial family. What I remember, it was just before he left LaBelle 2 years ago. He couldn't stop talking about how much he was looking forward to the hot springs. Back then he wasn't quite as popular as he is now, so he was apparently able to do it without anyone recognizing him. No wonder I don't remember it. Back then I wasn't in Ymir much thanks to my 8 leaves training. Such a shame. I can only imagine how close we might be today if you'd been able to make his acquaintance back then. Glad to see she's back to her usual self. Indeed, Elfin is back. That's a bit weird, to be honest. If only you were my brother. That's the most famous romantic line I've ever heard. It's good to see you again, Lisa. Oh, Rean, it's good to see you too. I was so worried about you after hearing that you vanished over in Trista. You and Luke have always been like little brothers to me. Little brothers who are going to make me go prematurely grey. Sorry, don't you think I might be a bit too old to be a little brother, though? Age has nothing to do with it. I still have plenty that I want to ask you, but that can wait for another time. Right now, I'm happy to have you back. Please, take this chance to rest and recover from all you've been through. She really is the epitome of a perfect older sister. Kind as can be, and always looking out for everyone. It's funny how nostalgic it feels to have her caring for me like this. It wasn't that long ago I was last here. Now you're finally safe back with us, there's one load off my mind. I'm still concerned about Princess Alphen, though. She comes here to pray every single day. Not that praying that frequently is a bad thing, of course, but it's clear she bears quite a heavy burden at the moment. I can't take that burden away from her, but I intend to do all that I can to support her. I hear you were kind enough to come and see me last night, Father. I just wanted to come and thank you for that. Think nothing of it, Rean. I'll always do my best to aid you however I can. You'll always be a pupil of mine, after all. I'm simply relieved to see you're still well. A lot seems to have happened to you in these past 2 months. Yeah, you could say that. He really has helped me in more ways than I can count. Helping me to study for exams, giving advice when I needed it. Sometimes I feel like I'm relying on him too much, but he's so smart and helpful that I end up doing it anyway. I can see that you're quite a lost lamb at the moment, Rean. But hurrying to find a way forward is not the best course of action. First, you should reflect on yourself and your surroundings. Yes, Father. He's probably right. I need to take this chance to cool my head and think about this. That humanoid that carried you to the Isengard Range is called a Divine Knight, yes? I cannot pretend to know much about it, but it seems to me that it links itself with the spirit of its pilot. That seems the most logical way to explain how you were heavily injured without any obvious physical signs as to how. Regardless, now is the time for rest and relaxation. Visible or not, your wounds still need time to fully heal. Spiritual wounds. At this point in time, I'm slightly wondering how I can get myself these remaining 3 slots on our inventory open here on the categories. So I'm going to keep talking to more people, because that's the best way to go about doing it, isn't it? Right, can I go in here? Nope. It's the storehouse for Ymir's chapel. There are various kinds of equipment inside. I don't really want to know what's in the Septian Church's storehouse, if you know what I mean. Who knows? Alright, well, this is the Phoenix Wing storehouse. There are various kinds of equipment inside. As Owlclaw gets a sub to lure. Thank you very much. If that's how I pronounce it. I'm gonna go. Right, what we got here? We got a bathhouse. We've got a questy talky person over here. Ah! Ha ha ha! Oh, it's you, Rean. Your colour's not looking half bad. If you were looking any worse, I was going to have you drink some of the new vegetable juice I've been concocting. I'm perfectly fine without it, thank you. How many new recipes have you made since I've been away? My creativity is infinite, Rean. I'm always striving to make the finest dishes in the land. You were brushing up on your own cooking skills at the academy, weren't you? Yeah, my classmates and I were cooking for ourselves at one point. Wait a sec, where'd my recipe book go? Did you lose it? I guess so. I had all kinds of different recipes written down too. How did I lose it inside a mech? Well, you went out of your way to come and see me. I suppose it's the least I can do. Take this. A recipe book is gained. Is this a new recipe book? It's a spare I had lying around, so go ahead and use it. I know how much it hurts to start from scratch again, so I threw in a recipe to try. Here's some ingredients too. Salty onigiri. And coarse rock salt and assorted grains. This is what Elise often used to bring me while I was training. Are you sure it's okay for me to just take these? Absolutely. I'm happy to see that you came to understand the joys of cooking while you're at the academy. And besides, taking the time to enjoy cooking should help to lift your spirits somewhat. So simple recipes, why not go and make it with your family? Thank you very much then. You can now view the recipe tab in your notebook. In this tab, you can use the recipes and ingredients you have to make food items. Some recipes are received directly from people, while others are obtained by using certain items. I think I can guess where I'm going to find a fishing book then. Use recipes and ingredients to make food. As we know, we can make ourselves good food, we can make ourselves bad food. We want to make ourselves all the food, just in case that gets its thing. We want to complete our cooking list yet again. Right. Okay, you are great with it.
Okay, let's give this a try. Well, how about that?
Not bad at all. I made myself the ultra version, by the look of thing. Grilled onigiri. I'll take it. The mountains of Ymir give us all kinds of wonderful ingredients. Lady Lucia's herbs even have medicinal properties. My dream is to combine all of them to create the ultimate recipe. My research to that end is coming along swimmingly too. Feel free to drop by and sample what I have to offer sometime. I can't wait. Sounds like Chinese cuisine to me. Medicinal cuisine. Anyone upstairs? One person. A maid. I'm relieved to see you awake, Master Rean. I like your name's just purple. Welcome to the Phoenix Wings. You're always welcome here, of course, but I'm sure you knew that. Thanks. I'm glad to see that everyone here is the same as always. This has always been a peaceful village, after all, with no intention of changing that anytime soon. Lord and Lady Schwarzer and even Lady Elise have been doing all that they can to keep things that way. So please, you take it easy and focus on recovering. Thank you. I will. Mrs. Alphen staying here is motivating for us too. Part of me can't help but worry that she's forcing all that boundless energy of hers, though. She's so kind. It wouldn't surprise me to learn she's trying to hide her concerns for our sake. But it's a shame she feels it's part of her duty to be that way as a member of the Imperial family. We all want to help her. So which one's Alphen's room? Which one's Toval's? Which one's Alphen's? I guess it could be any of them, really. Yeah, could be any of them. I imagine, if anything, Toval is staying across the hall. It might be this one. They might actually be in the same room, because Toval's really got to be, like, the bodyguard here. It's a busy job he's got going. Master Rean, you're finally awakened. I'm so very relieved to see it. I was terribly worried about you. Thanks for your concern, Mr. Baggins. Although, I'd prefer it if you didn't call me Master Rean all the time. Ah, perhaps so, but you'll always be Master Rean to me. A lot has happened here since the war began. But this inn was graciously granted to us by the Imperial family. We can't allow anything to dampen our spirits. You know as well as anyone the value of these walls. Please do come by whenever you're in need of relaxation. Of course. The one thing we haven't found is anyone to make quartz yet. Ordinarily, I would have recommended you use the springs, but I'm afraid they are currently being cleaned. You'll be able to return once cleaning is finished. Hot springs of Ymir are the perfect remedy for exhaustion. They're being cleaned, are they? So where do I go next? Ooh, a pool table. Good day, and welcome to the Wait, Reanie? What are you doing up already? I was going to come and look in on you. Get your butt back in bed. You think me being up would be something to be happy about? Well, it's nice to know how much you care in any case. Oh, come on. I mean, after all the training you did with Master Kafai, I figured it'd take more than that to kill you. And then you got to go and train in an academy in the city? Why can't I go too? I've never even had the chance to leave this village. Are you talking to me or at me? You're even younger than me. It's not fair. You could have at least brought me a souvenir or 5 back. It's like I never left home. I'm planning on building up experience working here and then getting a job at a top-class hotel in the city one day. With years of experience working the Phoenix Wings under my belt, I'll be able to get a job wherever I want. I'm not quite there yet, but I'll get there. I just need to follow Purple's example. She's a real veteran. What do you think? Brilliant planner? None of her brilliant plans have ever worked in the past, but I suppose I won't dampen her enthusiasm. Alright, where to now? Outside? Okay. I think I've talked to everyone in town, haven't I? Celine's not moved. We're just following where the game tells us to go at this point in time. And of course, a noble lady who likes fishing. Hey, Annabelle. Alright, let's see how many little dastardly fishies I can catch today. I wasn't expecting to find someone fishing here. Well, there are a whole lot of monsters here though, so she should be safe if she doesn't stray too far. And just who might you be? We know each other quite a bit. I seem to recall meeting her during one of our field studies. Oh, I recognize you. You're one of the 4 students who helped me a number of months ago, yes? It's lovely to see you again. Nice to meet you again too. Looks like I was right. Sorry for disturbing you. Oh, there's no need to apologize. Actually, since you are a student of 4s, you wouldn't happen to know a young man named Kenneth, would you? Kenneth? I do actually. He's in the Imperial Fishing Club. That's the guy. That's wonderful news. Perhaps you might know where I could find him as well. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I've got no idea. Really? That's not so wonderful. Did you know him too? Indeed. When the war first broke out, we fled Trista together. But on the way, he told me that he had something that he needed to take care of and asked me to go on alone. He promised to meet me here in Ymir, but there's been no sign of him since. That's unfortunate. Not that I believe anything untoward could possibly have happened to him, of course. After all, there is nothing in this world that can crush the spirit of us anglers. When it comes to survival, even soldiers can't hold a candle to us. Right. That said, you're looking a little glum. At times like these, there's nothing like a spot of fishing to cheer you up. If you know Kenneth, it's only fair for me to assume you're a fan of fishing too. I am, in fact. Kenneth even gave me a title. Red Angler, I think? I don't have any fishing gear, or my fishing gear with me anymore though. Red Angler? And that means you have caught the famed Guardian. In that case, please take these. Not a very good Guardian if he keeps getting caught by people, feeling them to get that rank. Received a fishing book. And a feather rod. And 5 ground bait. Are you sure? Sure, I'm sure. Kenneth left me in charge of some of his fishing gear. He instructed me to give them away if I were to cross paths with any promising fellow fishing enthusiasts. So go on, they're rightfully yours. That sounds like Kenneth, alright. Thank you very much. And since we've got your new notebook open, I've taken the liberty of writing down your current title to help you keep track. It will begin as a bronze angler, judged by the same standards as any professional. Aim for the top and become a fishing god. I have plenty of prizes you can exchange your angler points for, so beyond being pure bloody fun, fishing should prove worth your while. I'll try and do some when I've got the chance then. So, we've got book, bait, a fishing pole. We've got everything we need. 45 minutes of fishing hype! You can fish by inspecting a fishing point by pressing the X button. Fishing points are found in bodies of water all over Erebonia. Records of the fish that you've caught can be viewed under the fishing tab in your notebook. You can fish a set times at fishing points. Great. Talking to Annabelle will allow you to exchange your angler points for items. Does that mean I can keep coming back to her then? I can keep coming back to Ymir?
This spot looks perfect for fishing.
Does it? Oh, it does. It got a different icon for it now, it seems. Something appears over your head that basically says, "Go here!" I lost my really good rod, though. Well, let's catch my first fish and get some points. Maybe I can see what she can trade after fishing 5.
Caught one.
This time bonus of 10. 1 fish. Guess it's all going to be the same varieties then.
Not bad.
I want them to be bigger fish though. To be honest though, getting that extra step isn't bad at this point either. All the same fishy men. Here's a question, is there somewhere like Trista Pond where I can catch fish I've missed? If I miss fish? That's the worry. When I think about it, that's the threat. I mean, you could use all your bait here and get some fishing points so you could buy whatever is great on her list.
Caught one.
Billion cast again later. Last fish. Not even that hard to catch at this point.
Caught one.
Right, so I'm at 27 points. I probably have a lot of CP as well at this point. Right, so 20 7 points can't get me anything good. A fighter badge is 50 points. A badge with a picture of a fighter on it, part of a set. And blind. Attack crafts can blind enemies 10% chance for 100p. So I guess we just keep going for now, and we can obviously trade with her at a later date. I managed to click on turbo mode. Now where? I can't attack, so probably not up here. Like, since monsters are bad, I probably shouldn't stray too far from the village. I have none of my attacking gear, do I? I mean, technically, you could fish for the 100 right now, if you think you can get enough points. Where am I going? The Phoenix Wings now, is it? Okay, I will go there then. Nice Erebonia, but also Schwarzer clan badge up there. I love their shields and emblems, being a guy who uses a shield as an emblem. Ha! Master Rean, may I help you? Actually, I'd like to use the hot springs. Are they open by any chance? Why, yes, of course! As it so happens, cleaning was only finished not too long ago. You can have any, or even all of them, to yourself if you so wish. That sounds wonderful. I might just take you up on your offer. It feels like it's been ages since I've had a chance to enjoy them. The entrance to the right. Enjoy, Master Rean. Hot springs! In this one, right? This is the girls' bath, which means I should turn around right now before someone puts the fear of Adius in me. I got the wrong one! Wait a second. Actually, should I go to the bath now? Maybe I should go around and let everyone know I'm okay first. They've all been so worried. I'm just wondering. Entering the baths will cause the main story to advance. I'm just gonna walk away. By any chance... That's kind of cool. They've got female and male not just denoted by colours, because they're not exactly going with pink, they're going with red or something like that. But they've got it by the gender of the, like the stag there. The horns. That's interesting. Very artistic. I praise the art designer who thought of that. Details, yeah. Entering the baths will cause the main story to advance. Go inside. I wouldn't have even spotted that if I didn't try to go in the female baths first, so I'm a good boy. Well, they were just cleaned. A nice warm soak while enjoying the scenery sounds like just the right thing now.
You really can't beat an outdoor hot spring. Feels like all the fatigue that's been building up inside me is melting away. I don't think I realized just how exhausted I was until I came in here. Still, what am I supposed to do now? Chancellor Osborne's been shot, the capital's been occupied, and now even Trista and the Academy are under the Noble Alliance's control. Then there's Crow. I was practically a joke. I didn't stand a chance against him. Even borrowing the power of something like a divine knight wasn't enough to fight him on equal terms. Far from it. It was hopeless from the start. I didn't realize before, but he was holding back against me the whole time. Even without that trump card of his, he could have defeated me effortlessly. And yet there was me, all happy, thinking that I'd won, right before he knocked me back with a single blow. If only I wasn't so weak. If only I'd been able to hold my ground, maybe things would have been different. Instead, I ended up running away and leaving everyone else behind. There's no point in blaming how things ended on Celine or Valimar. None of this is their fault. This is all on me. Because of that, I've lost everything. I'd finally found a place where I felt I belonged, and people to share it with, and I lost it all. I thought my life was finally gaining some direction, but now I feel totally lost again.
Rean? Sorry if I'm bothering you.
Elise, did you want to use the springs too?
I heard you were here, so I thought that perhaps I could come and join you.
I mean, I know we used to come in here together when we were kids, but we're a little old for that now, don't you think? I'm not so sure it's the best idea.
Please, we're siblings. There's no need to feel so self-conscious. And you must be exhausted after all that's happened. So I thought the least I could do was come and wash your back for you. The water's nice and toasty, huh? Truth be told, I haven't taken a dip here for some time. I'd forgotten how pleasant it was to sit here and admire the snow.
Yeah, same here. Bathing during the fall when the leaves are changing has its charms, but something about watching the snow really relaxes me. And it's plenty relaxing even without a bottle of sake in hand, despite what Master Kafai might tell you.
He's always been a heavy drinker. To say nothing of the fact that Father can never turn down the opportunity to help him finish a bottle or three whenever he visits.
I'm sorry. You came out here because you were worried, didn't you?
Oh no, not at all. That wasn't why I came here at all. It's just that...
You're not the only one. It's like everyone I meet has to go out of their way for me. It's how things have been for my whole life. How everyone feels like they have to be around me.
What do you mean?
It happened the day Dad picked me up in that blizzard 12 years ago. It happened the day when I lost control and scared you 8 years ago. It happened the day Master Kafai cut short my years of training. It even happened only last month, when everyone risked their lives so that I, and I alone, could be saved.
That's not...
Looking back on my life, I've been too fortunate for my own good. All I've done is bask in the kindness of everyone I know, giving nothing worthwhile in return. On the contrary, I've brought nothing but misfortune to them instead. Like I'm some kind of curse. I don't have the right to be treated kindly. I don't deserve to have others putting themselves out for me. Not when I seemingly can't do a thing to return that kindness and am too weak to fight for them when they need it most. None of this should have ever happened. If I'd known it would, if I'd known things would ever become like this, then I'd never have gone to the academy to begin with.
Stop! Do you seriously mean all that you've just said? The right to be treated kindly? And who exactly decides who has that right, whatever that's supposed to be? I don't look out for you because I expect something in return or because I want you to defend me. Acts of kindness aren't debts to be repaid. I look out for you because I care about you, because you're important to me. And I'm sure that Mother, Father, Master Kafai, your classmates, and all of your other acquaintances feel the same. So please, from the bottom of my heart, please don't say that you don't have the right to be treated kindly. Of course you do. You just don't realize it. You care so much about the people who matter to you. So why can't you understand that those people care just as much about you? Think back to that day when you were separated from your classmates. What kind of expressions did they have when you parted from them?
They... They were smiling. They all believed that we'd see each other again. That no matter what happened along the way, we'd all be reunited. And that one day, we'd move forward together as a class again, just like we did before. Maybe there's nothing wrong with feeling lost and impatient from time to time. I believe in all of them. And if they see me as worthy of their trust, then I'd like to try and believe in myself too. We're classmates, and more than that, we're friends. So long as I keep moving forward, I'm sure that somewhere, someday, our paths will cross again.
I think so too, Rean.
Thanks, Elise. I feel like you gave me exactly what I needed to move forward.
You don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything. All I did was remind you of something you already knew. It was your time at the academy that gave you what you needed. I admit, I am a little envious of your classmates, though.
Still, I'm really thankful to have you in my life. I might not be the most dependable brother in the world, but I'd appreciate it if you kept looking out for me. And while it might be a ways away, I'll keep striving to be an older brother you can be proud of.
I'm always proud of you, you know? And of course I will. I see all's well that ends well. Your Highness?
And you've brought Celine, too.
Hope you don't mind us barging in. What brings you here? I heard that you were both here from Toval, so I thought I might come along and see how everything was going. Besides, how could I pass up a chance to help cheer up Rean? And oh, what a heartwarming sight I happened to stumble upon during my humble quest. Considering you were waiting for the perfect time to make your grand entrance, stumbling is a stretch.
You were waiting?
Were you listening in the whole time? Elise, have you ever known me to be so unladylike? But I see you've done a fine enough job for the both of us. Oh, the bond between siblings is truly a miraculous thing. Not only do you share an unwavering kinship, but you'll always have the tender embrace of skinship within reach. I'm so jealous.
I appreciate your concern, though. Still, Elise is one thing, but I'm not entirely comfortable sharing the springs with you, Your Highness.
Oh, come now, Rean. This is the bath. Ranks are stripped once our clothes are, as far as I'm concerned. That being said, may I join Elise in washing your back as well? This would make the perfect chance for us to finally strengthen our bond as honorary siblings. Wouldn't you agree? Your Highness, please! I'm sorry, okay?
Huh?
About, you know, things. I'm not exactly all that cognizant of human feelings and the like. Emma often points out as much. But thinking back, I have done some things that were probably quite insensitive in your eyes.
Look at you.
Huh?
If anything, I should be the one apologizing. I shouldn't have taken my frustrations out on you like that. Can you forgive me?
Forgive you? Why would I need to? I really don't get you sometimes. What was that? That sounded like...
I know exactly what that was. It's that magic knight we ran into on the way down the mountain.
I had a feeling Toval's art wasn't enough to finish it off. But the fact it's still active isn't the only problem. It sounds like it's coming this way.
You're certain, then, that this magic knight something or other is coming here? I'm certain. I can sense its mana moving towards us. Still a fair distance away for now, but it's getting closer by the minute. It's coming from the direction of the valley behind the village. I thought I'd finished it off, but I should have made sure. I didn't think anything could survive that fall, but if anything could, it'd be one of those things. Nope, you did what you could. You shouldn't blame yourself. Still, why would it be coming here? My guess is because you're here. Or more specifically, because the Ashen Awakener is here. It's after Rean. So these magic knights may have some connection with the divine knights. Well, that makes this easy. If it's after me, and I should be the one to go out and stop it. You'd be putting yourself in danger. I'll be fine, and I won't let it get anywhere near the village. In a way, I have to. If I can't do this, what hope do I have of getting Class 7 back together again? Well, sounds like your mind's made up, and you appear to have recovered enough in my eyes. Alright then, I have no objections. we'll have all of the villagers ready to evacuate as a precaution. Take care, Rean. Thanks, Mum. Dad. Let me come with. I thought I could compare to Sarah, but I ain't too shabby in a fight. Really? Thank you. I feel a lot better having you around, honestly. Okay, so Tobal, Celine, you guys almost ready to head out? Actually, if you don't mind, Rean, I would like to come with you. You would? Elise, this is not an opponent to be taken lightly. A fact I'm sure you're well aware of. I fully understand the dangers this will entail. Combat etiquette is imperative to calling oneself a noble, and I am familiar with the sword style of the Schwarzer family. You've trained me yourself, Rean. Well, that's true, but... You're certain that this is what you want to do, Elise? Yes, I am. My brother's chosen his path, and as his sister, I feel I have a duty to support him. No, not only as his sister, as a daughter of House Schwarzer, I have every intention of doing whatever is within my power. My, how you've grown. Indeed, as your father, I couldn't be more proud. Take with you, Rean. I have plenty of faith in her abilities as a swordsman, but I also think she would keep you from doing anything too rash. Dad, come on! I don't think you've got anything to worry about. She's stronger than you're giving her credit for. Like your dad said, she knows her way around a sword, and she's pretty good at using her arcus too. She saved me and her highness from more than a few tough spots on our way here, even. That she did. And I'm sure she'd be capable of even more of her beloved brother at her side. But still, hold on, since when has Elise had an arcus? Oh, left that fun detail out when catching you up, didn't I? Prince Oliver gave me a couple of spares, actually. I had a hunch these two would have a knack for them with a bit of practice, so I showed them the ropes on the way here. I know you're against her coming with us, but we really don't have much time here. And it's pretty clear that nothing you say is going to change your mind, so I think it's time you gave up and we got going. Ah, fine, you can come too, Elise. But don't even think of doing anything that will put you any further in harm's way than you need to be. Promise, okay? I promise. Alright, let's get getting ready then. If either of you need to do anything last minute, get it done now. After that, we'll make our way for Ymir's back entrance. Tobal and Elise has joined the party. You can now customize the battle order of your party members. And set up our links if we want to as well. About recovery items and food. Recovery items such as tier bombs and EP charges can be purchased from shops. However, it's much more economical to recover HP and EP by cooking food using whatever ingredients you have on hand. Your home-cooked meals also happen to provide a variety of special effects that standard healing items do not. Right, my character notebook is updated. Did I have stuff in there before? Beautiful, beautiful things. I got ones for 2 of them. Realizing that she'd been insensitive toward him, she was able to make up with Rean again. She normally have purple stuff coming out of this. Also, by the way, if you notice in the hot springs, bloomin' hell, her tail is long. I'm looking again. Your tail is very long. Not to tail shame you or anything. Alright, anyone make other good salty onigiri? Well, let's make the best
Shall
version
we begin then?
If he's made the special version.
Oh,
make
it turned out wonderfully.
Tri-colour onigiri, which seems actually, one's cure KO, one cures freeze, petrify, and fate. That's really good. So now we just need another bad times. We need someone with anti-food cooking ability. Well, let's go around and talk, because now is the point in time where conversation events will happen again. Oh, hello everyone. Something wrong, Your Highness? Do I really have to stay here? Can I accompany all of you instead? I may not be skilled in hand-to-hand combat, but I do think I'm on par with Elise when it comes to handling an arcus. You're a pretty skilled arts user, no doubt. There, but even then. I might consider it if we were mowing down regular monsters, but magic knights are in an entirely different league. You said it yourself, you can't just expose someone with no combat abilities outside of arts casting to something this dangerous. Ah, sorry. I guess you're right. Still, it's worth putting it out there and seeing how you'd respond. Unless I want to help you out, I'd probably just get in the way. I'm sorry, Your Highness. Rest assured, Your Highness. I promise you will return safely. Thank you, Rean. I look forward to your return here. And you better make good on that promise. Sounds like maybe we can get her as a party member later, then. I'll wait for your return here. Once you're back, we can all take a sensuous dip in the hot springs together, too. Your Highness? I swear, you're the boldest princess I've ever met. I've met other bold princesses. Alright, it seems that the Schwarzer family are actually not indoors. So where are they? Oh, everyone's out over here. Well, if we want to talk to people, they're all here. I'll make sure the village is prepared for anything so you can focus on the task at hand. Make sure you come back safely, son. At least, make sure you do what you set your mind to. I will. We'll be back soon, father. Also, take care of everyone for me, okay, Bedo? Please leave everything to us. We'll look after everyone here. Take care, my children. And Tobal, please watch over them for me. You can count on me. We'll be back as soon as we can. The monsters on the mountain path are more ferocious than ever these days. Do make sure you're fully prepared. I'll prepare you to aid us for your safe return. I will as well, for my own safe return, but I'm going to go to the shop and see if there's actually new stuff to buy. Sorry, but I've still got a bit more sorting to do before I'm done here. Which could be of more help. Just be careful when you step out of the village. The monsters in the area have been really vicious lately. You should be okay if you've got Tobal with you, though. Keep an eye on them for me, okay, Tobal? You got it. But I want to make some quartz. You're definitely the quartz man. I thought I heard a roar earlier. I wonder what it was. Well, I'm sure it's nothing too dangerous. Bedo would have barked if we were in any immediate danger. Bedo is the literal watchdog, then. Should I buy some more assorted grains? Oh, actually, I probably should keep my money. I'm running out of money. Unless I can find something to sell. But then it's not like we've switched through weaponry anytime soon anyway. I imagine literally everyone in town is probably at the entrance. No, not everyone. Oh my, you're going out too, Elise. Yes, I'll protect my brother at all costs. Well, if you set your heart on it, I have no right to stop you. Good luck. This is your chance to show Rean what a beautiful young woman you've become while he's been away. Thank you. I will. Anyway, I think we stayed here long enough. We need to hurry to the valley. Oh man, people weren't joking about him, huh? You take care, okay? I want you to do well, but I don't want you getting hurt either. Everyone knows that Rean's... Yeah. That was one eerie roar. I'll be getting ready to evacuate just in case whatever it came from decides to pay us a visit. Meanwhile, you kids just do what you can out there, okay? And make sure to protect Rean and show me your stuff, Elise. Yes, ma'am. Why does she keep singing out the two of us? How? But he's really perceptive to things like movement of enemies and stuff like that. Super perceptive in those terms. I haven't the foggiest idea what's going on with that roar. Sure send a chill down my spine. Just keep your eyes open, yeah? And if you need something to eat, you just come visit old Gerald. I'll make you anything you want, sweet or not. Thank you, Gerald. That's so kind of you. What do you actually sell, then? That's quite expensive. Yeah. I was wondering if it sold well because it was quite expensive considering the materials. Actually, the materials... Doesn't rock salt cost 10? The grains cost 100. So actually, you could make a 40 mirror profit from cooking that stuff. If you wanted to get money really slowly, here's the way to do it, I guess, is what I'm saying. I don't think you do.